Hello everyone, I'm Akhilesh Kumar with PGT-English, Kendriya Vidyalaya, Tengavalley. I hope you all will be fine and learning new skills staying at home. Before going through the topic, I have a quote for you. Listen it. Speak only when your words are more beautiful than silence. It has been said by Imam Ali. After this quote, I have a video
True
clip
knowledge is for everyone. It's such a beautiful feeling, belonging to the whole wide world, where the art of living.
The world is my home.
One world, one family. Vasudeva Kutumbakam.
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
प्यारा प्यार का मार्ग हमारा, यहाँ हमारा लक्ष्य है।
चलो एक साथ चलेंगे हम
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्
हे वसुदेव वसुदेव वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्, एक ही ईश्वर एक ही ज्ञान, वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्।
इस दुनिया में प्यार फैलाएंगे,
खुशियों का उत्सव मनाएंगे, एक ही साथ मिलेंगे हम।
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्।
Let's work together for peace. Vasudeva Kutumbakam.
The path of love is the only way. Vasudeva Kutumbakam.
इस पल में हमें जीना है,
हंसना और मुस्कुराना है, सबको गले लगाना है।
वसुधैव कुटुम्बकम्, हे वसुधैव।
I know I can make a difference, and so can you.
Let's celebrate diversity and work together.
World in peace.
The only religion, humanity.
Vasudeva Kutumbakam.
True knowledge is for everyone.
It's such a beautiful feeling, belonging to the whole wide world.
Where the art of living.
Our path is love, our aim is wisdom,
And joy to all the nations.
we've come together as one.
As a one world family. Hey, Vasudeva, Vasudeva.
Let's walk together in harmony, a one world family.
One God, one knowledge.
Peace and love for all.
We can do this together. Vasudeva Kutumbakam.
The world will join hands. We're one world and one family.
We've come together as one. One world family. We've come together as one.
To order the complete range of Art of Living products, log on to artoflivingshop.com or call our toll-free number 1800-258-8888.
We see the quote, we find the message, the necessity of quiet and positive introspection. And when we watch the video, we find this message of feeling of understanding among human beings. And these two are the theme or message of today's topic, that is Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. Today, our topic is Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. That is the third poem of our Flamingo book. Before going through the topic, a brief description of the poet Pablo Neruda. Pablo Neruda, his lifespan was 1904 to 1973. He was a famous poet, diplomat, and politician. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 1971, and this Nobel Prize is the greatest prize in the field of literature. He wrote in green ink, which was his personal symbol for desire and hope. His writings were simple, wherein lies their beauty. He wrote all his poems in Spanish. The essence of this poem is based on introspection and retrospection. The poet feels that some soul searching is needed for us to be at peace with ourselves and others. Dear friends, let's start our poem Keeping Quiet by Pablo Neruda. This is the first stanza of poem Keeping Quiet. Now listen carefully. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. This is what the word 12 refers. You can see the image of watch and also watch 12, a digit of peace and prosperity, hours of the day, months of the year, and zodiac signs. This is the explanation of first stanza. Now listen carefully, please. I have noted down these things so that you can take help without any problem. The poet asks everyone to count up to 12 in their mind. He says now he is going to count up to 12 and everyone will be still and calm. Here, as I have already told you, the number 12 represents the hours of the day or months of a year. He wants all of us to be calm and still. He says people across the nations have to unite together as we did during lockdown. Nations, they acted, be found during lockdown due to COVID-19. So they shall not speak their own languages. Here the poet says, don't speak in any language so that we all can be together across the world. Rather, they all shall keep quiet and speak the languages of silence. What they will do? They will be silent only. There will be no activity, there will be no movement, there will be no language across the world. Then that silence will bring unity among all the humans on the face of the earth. Now think, during assembly what happens? When after saying Shanti, 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 what we do? We all are together, we don't speak. After that, we don't speak for 30 seconds or 1 minute. That atmosphere, that is peaceful atmosphere, we feel it during our assembly. That's why this will bring unity among all humans on the face of the earth. He says, for at least 1 moment, no one shall move his arms. Arms, that refers hands of human body, are weapons. Okay, he says arms, the meaning of arms here too. Hands of human body, human beings, and weapons. He says don't move your arms either to signal or to fight or argue with each other. This is the explanation of the first stanza. This is the second stanza of our poem. The poet says, it would be an exotic moment. Without us, without engines, we would all be together in a sudden strangeness. Fishermen in the old sea, in the cold sea, would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Here, word fishermen. It is symbolic of selfish politicians, warmongers, and tyrants. Exploitation of nature. Whales represents innocent and oppressed beings. It's clear? After that, this is the explanation of second stanza. Listen carefully. The poet says, when everything will come to a standstill, it will be a rare situation. Now think about your assembly. That time, the situation is so good, so pleasant, so peaceful. And when we will find across the world, that situation will be rare. Then no one will be in a rush. There will be no engines running. Everyone will be calm and quiet, united with each other in a strange atmosphere. That would be so strange atmosphere. All people across the world, they will be silent. There will be only silence, and we all would be together. It's clear? It will be strange because it has never happened earlier. What is the reason? The poet says it would be exotic moment. Exotic, that refers, that would be strange because it never happened earlier. That's why. No person would be harming any other living being, either for food or to earn his livelihood. It's clear? All the people who work endlessly will get some time to look at their injuries and the damage they have caused to their body. When there will be no moment, the persons who are working, they will think about themselves. And when fishermen, they will not catch fishes, what will be here? Now, nature will recover itself. Nature. It's clear. That's why he says, stop for one moment. Keep quiet for one moment. This is the third stanza of our poem, Keeping Quiet. Those who prepare green wars, wars with gas, wars with fires, victory with no survivors, would put on clean clothes and walk about with their brothers in the set doing nothing. The poet says, those persons who are ready for wars and green wars. What is green wars here? Deforestation. We have already heard about wars with gas, wars with fires. What happens? Now think about Hiroshima and Nagasaki. What happened during Second World War? When we act in this way, there will left no one. So what is the use of that victory if there is no survivors? What is the use of that victory if there is none who will celebrate that victory. That's why he says, avoid this. When we will not move, when we will not fight, when we will not do anything, when we all would be still and calm, that time there will be no war. There will be no war. Everything would be in a strange atmosphere. He says, that's why put on clean clothes. Now listen carefully. Clean clothes. Here this refers new approach to life, and walk about with their brothers in the shade. Now listen carefully. Here the word shade that refers peace, brotherhood and harmony, and doing nothing. He says, now we have to put on clean clothes. Here the poet says the soldiers who are fighting in the wars, what they do, they should stop. They should put on clean clothes. That is the new approach to life. What is that? We all are together, we all are brothers, we are not enemies. That is the new approach, that is clean clothes. It's clear? And how we have to act as we are brothers, in the harmony, in the peace, like brothers we should walk together. This is the message of these lines. It's clear? He says, what I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no trunk with death. The poet says, now you people think that the poet says we should not do anything, we should sit only, we should think only, we should not speak. He says he does not want total inactivity. What is our duties we have to do? What he only wants for a moment, or how much we can stop ourselves, we should do that. We should realize the situations and we should think about ourselves, what we are doing. He says life is what it is about. What is life for? Life is for to live on this earth. So he doesn't say we should die. He doesn't say total inactivity. He says only keep quiet for one moment, or how much you can. He doesn't want the death. Is clear? See the image of war with fire and green wars. This is the written explanation of third stanza. The poet says the people who exploit the green wealth of nature by deforestation or mining or fishing in the deep seas, and the soldiers who use weapons to kill fellow human beings need some time to introspect into the consequences of their actions. They are merely doing their job or following orders. He wants them to put on new clothes, to adopt a new approach towards life, and to realize that killing so many people is not a victory. He wants all of us to be united as one. Consider our enemy to be our brother. Don't think others are our enemies. Think all are our brother. He is promoting brotherhood, peace and unity, harmony in the world. He doesn't want us to stop our works, but to take some time and analyze the results of our deeds. He says he does not want that we should stop or we should not do anything. He only wants that take some time and analyze the results of our deeds. He wants this. This is the fourth stanza of poem. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. The poet says, we are only single-minded. We are in a hurry. We are chasing money, how to get money. We are thinking how to keep our lives moving. He says, for once, do nothing. Stop and think about our deeds, about our achievements, what we have achieved. And when we will stop, when we will think about our life, about our achievements, then we will find what is the purpose of life. That silence, doing nothing, thinking, introspecting about our achievements, about our doings, about our actions, that will teach us, that will tell us the purpose of life, which we have never understood what is life, and we think about death. One day we will die. Don't think. What we have to do? Only keep quiet, introspect, and think about your achievements. Then you will realize what is the purpose of life. The poet says, all human beings work endlessly with the aim of completing all their tasks. They are driven by the target of survival and the threat of death. That's why they are always in a hurry. So they are in a mad rush to accomplish all that works. He says that perhaps if they pause for a while, they can appreciate their achievements and their lives would become happier. He suggests that by keeping quiet, we will be able to understand the true purpose of our life. It's clear? Now, this is the fifth stanza. Perhaps the earth can teach us, as when everything seems dead and later proves to be alive. Now I will count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. The poet says, the nature can teach us. Now think about the earth. There is rotation. During winter season, everything freezes. We think there is nothing. As for example, when we sow something under the ground, after a few days, there is sprouting. Okay. And in winter season, what happens? Everything freezes. Where is cold region? Then that seems the earth is dead. There is nothing. But after a few days or after winter season, the scenery, the situation changes. And the things which we earlier thought that was dead now proves to be alive. As after sowing the seeds under the ground, after a few days there is sprouting and then we find there is life. He says, now I will count up to 12 and you keep quiet and I will go. He says, now he is going to count up to 12. He says, he appeals, now keep quiet. And after that he will go. This is the message of Pablo Neruda. Introspect about ourselves. What we are doing, what we have done, what we have to achieve, what is the purpose of our life. Don't always be in hurry. When we are in hurry, when we don't have time, what we do? We chase only money, we run here and there, completing the tasks of our life. Give time to ourselves. Think about our life. Then you will realize what is the true purpose of our life. It's clear? Written explanation of the last stanza. The poet says, the poet suggests us to take a teaching from nature. As the earth undergoes changes, in winter everything freezes, becomes lifeless, but after some time the season changes again and everything comes back to life. Similarly, taking a pause and introspecting into our lives will give it a new meaning. We will be able to understand the purpose of our life. It will be like a rebirth of the soul. The poet has conveyed to all the people the purpose of his message, and so he asked them once again to take a pause, count till 12 and walks out of the scene, keeping the scene open for all the people on the earth to experience this for times to come. He says, introspect, think about yourself. Then you will realize, you will find the true purpose, the true meaning of our life. Thank you everyone. I hope it will help you